Alright, before we begin the vlog portion of this, I just wanted to have a little bit of a chat with some tea and talk about what I'm attempting to do in this vlog. So I'm attempting to finish 3 to 4 books, and let me explain a little bit about how I'm not starting from the beginning and why I'm doing this vlog. Okay, so I used to only read one book, and that's very common. Lots of readers just prefer reading one book, reading it through, and then starting another one. I'm more like a bundle reader. I like to read lots of books at the same time and then rotate through them. Now, I'm reading 10 to 12 books right now, but I'm not reading them every day. I rotate through them, like I said, and currently I have been reading about 5 of those books regularly. So today I'm attempting to finish 3 of them, 3 to 4, dependent on how it goes. So the first one I'm attempting to finish is Chain of Iron. Now, this is a big book. Cassandra Clare keeps making her books longer, I think, but this one felt particularly long, but not in the sense of the plot. It's just so much bigger to hold. I prefer a little bit smaller than this, but that's okay. It was a really great story so far. I've got like one chapter, the epilogue, and then the short story afterwards, so I have like that much left, and this one should be easy to finish today. It shouldn't take me too much time. So the second book is The Raven Boys. Now, this is such a weird, interesting book. Now, I love this book so much, and it's the first of 4, and I can't get enough of it. If I had allowed myself, I probably could have finished this in one day. I just haven't made that kind of time, but it has been so, like, her writing style is just amazing. If you've read any of the books I talk about today, DM me on Instagram and we can chat about them, or in the comments below if you want to. Because I love all of these books so much. So The Raven Boys is definitely exciting for me to finish. Something plot twisty happened last night, and I'm really curious to see what happens now. I'm about that far through, and so not too much left of this one either. Alright, so my third book is Anne of Avonlea, which is the second book to Anne of Green Gables, which is a series, and it is amazing. Anne is just, I think she's me in old-fashioned book form. She would say we're kindred spirits, and I agree. I have about this much left of the book, so this one's going to be the hardest one out of the 3, even though it's not going to take me that long either. So I'm hopeful that I can get this done soon. Alright, let's get started. I almost forgot to mention the 4th book, which is Orange, and it's a manga. I love manga, it's so awesome, and I also love anime. I haven't read this one before, but I'm about that far through. It won't take me very long to finish this one. This is a maybe. We'll see what happens, how much time I actually have to read, but I might be able to finish this one today. This might be the 4th book. We'll see. I'm really excited though to get some reading done, so let's jump in. Alright guys, so I'm done the book now, Chain of Iron. I'm gonna just talk about it for a few minutes because, okay. I'll talk a little bit about Cassandra Clare's books and my experience with them. I haven't liked the main series, like the whole Mortal Instruments City books. That was not my favorite. I am still reading them. That sounds kind of insane considering I've just read this book, but let me explain a little bit. I read the Clockwork series of hers, like the Infernal Devices, and I loved it so much. Like, it was amazing. I just thought it was the best book. I loved all the characters, even the bad guys. I thought they were so cool, and it was amazing, and I was so excited, and I just loved them. They just hold a special place in my heart, my little reader heart. And then when I found out she made this series, the Chain of Gold, Chain of Iron, the Last Hours series, I was so excited to start them, and she is much better as a writer, and I think that happens for all writers. We just get so much better as we practice and we learn, and so she has become a really interesting writer. I thought the ending was a little bit shocking. I didn't cry, which I expected a little bit to cry, and I didn't, which kind of not exactly happy about, because I love crying at the end of books. I am excited for the next one. I don't know how to not spoil it. Essentially, I thought it was I would have ended it in a slightly different spot than she did, because then it would have kept up the pace a little bit better, but I understand why she stopped it where she did, so I see both uses for it. And the one character, see, the problem is I love all the characters, but she's made the one character fall in love with the other character. If you've read it, you know what I'm talking about, and I don't know if I'm fully believing it or not. And then, of course, all the other love drama, so that was excellent. I was really excited to finish this book, and I loved it. It was a really good book as a whole. There are some little things that just bug me as a personal reader for personal preference, but it was an amazing book. So if you haven't read any of Cassandra Clare's books, I would suggest the Infernal Devices and then this series. I loved them so much. And you don't need to start with the main series, because the Infernal Devices, we introduce the character and it's to the world, so you can learn it along with her anyways. Just saying. If you want me to make a video on the Infernal Devices and what my thoughts were on that, let me know in the comments down below. I'm always willing to share my booky thoughts. Alright, I'm gonna get to reading that short story now. Alright everyone, that is one book down. That short story got me more than the ending of the actual book a little bit, because it's older characters from the Infernal Devices and Magnus. So it made me like tear up a little bit and laugh, and see, this is why I love the Infernal Devices so much. But it was such a good book, and I am so excited for the third book to come out, and I am mad that it's not coming out till November, but that's okay. I loved this book, and I can't wait to finish the next book. However, I'm a little bit shocked, so I'm going to take a break, and then I'm going to come back, and I'm going to finish The Raven Boys next. So, I just finished chapter 36 of The Raven Boys, and oh my goodness, oh my goodness, I've been waiting for it, and it came, and I'm so excited, and like, oh my goodness. Anyways, I'm gonna get back to reading shortly. Book 2 done. I'm a little bit more traumatized by this one and confused. Thankfully, I own the second one, so I'm going to start that tonight. It was amazing. I don't know what else to say. I have no words. Maybe I'll come up with some later. It was so good. I'm gonna take a little break for my brain, and then I'm going to read my third book. Right, so this is book 3. I've already finished 2 books today, which is giant for me because I wasn't gonna finish those right away. Maybe the one, but I wasn't gonna finish the other. And now I'm attempting to finish this one. We'll see what happens. My brain is getting a little bit tired from reading, but hopefully it's had a really interesting part in here, so I'm going to see if I can zoom through it. It's only like 70 pages more-ish, so hopefully it goes by quickly. I am really excited though because the next book has lots of good stuff in it. Not that this one doesn't, it has amazing stuff. Also, note on Raven Boys, I have questions and I can't wait for them to be answered. Moving to the next book, I really hope they're answered because if you've ever read the Raven cycle, you know what I'm talking about. So hopefully those questions are answered for me. I will begin reading shortly, and we'll see how that goes. Alright, so that is the end of my reading vlog. I finished all 3 books today, which I said I would do. I might still read my manga later, but when my brain has had enough time to recover a little bit, Cecily and I are going to say goodbye for the day. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button and hit the notification bell so that you'll see my videos when they come out. Next week I will be doing a reorganizing vlog, and so you'll get to see a little bit more in depth of my writing space. So do come along for the journey, and I will see you next time. Bye guys!